Alright son, we're leaving. We'll be back in 2 hours. And remember, no parties. You wait a couple minutes, look out the window, and yup, they're gone. Today is the day, yes. You're all alone. You got 2 hours in the house by yourself. You grab your preferred device, grab your lotion of choice, and you go on the hub, of course, and start scrolling. Gotta find the perfect video. Usually you'd be searching two dudes kissing, but nah. Today we have time. We're looking for big booty bitches. And so since you're alone in the house, you think, why turn down the volume? Fuck that. I'm by myself, bruh. The volume stays up. We end this bitch. You find your perfect video, and off to the races you go, beating the ever-living daylights out of your meat. And then you notice something in the corner of your eyes. You turn around, and there she is, your mom. Jaw on the floor, video blaring from your device. Your eyes meet her eyes and you see the pure horror as she quickly closes the door and pretend nothing happened. By the way, an even crazier version of these events happened to my boy Worldofjohn, where he got caught beating his meat into a fake vagina by his mom. Jesus Christ, how do you even let that happen? But yeah, he's gonna tell you all about that when I'm done, so stick around. Anyways, getting caught beating your meat is one of the most horrible things that could happen to you, especially by your parents. Because now you know that they know what you do in your alone time. Like, bro, they already knew you did it, but now they have proof. Dinner is definitely gonna be up. Yeah, but today I'm gonna tell you a story that's even worse than that. In high school, there was this guy that we had in our class. We'll call him Ricky. He's your typical anime fan. Likes to talk about anime, wears anime t-shirts, you know, the perfectly fine stuff. Now, we go to lunch as usual, and I go grab my food. Because after that, I just leave the cafeteria and go chill out with my friends. While I'm in the cafeteria, I get a notification on my phone for an incoming airdrop. For the uninitiated, when you're in the cafeteria and you get a notification for an incoming airdrop, right? It's always either two things. One, the school thought is probably gonna get exposed, or somebody's getting exposed. Or two, somebody's probably sending a meme or some shit. Well, unfortunately, or fortunately for us, it was the first option. Somebody got exposed, and it was no one else but Ricky. This man was caught in the boys' bathroom beating his meat to hentai. You know what makes it worse, bro? Some dude went in the bathroom and heard that somebody beating their meat, bro. And the first thing they decided to do was record it. Bro, high school was weird, bro. So I grabbed my lunch and go to my friends. I'm like, hey, bro, did you guys get this airdrop? They're like, bro, what airdrop? What are you talking about? Literally 5 seconds later, they get a notification on their phone. Somebody went to the courtyard and airdropped that bitch. Me and my friend Joe had the same class with Ricky. After lunch, after he saw the video, he was like, bro, ain't no way, bro. This is, yo, is this nigga? So after lunch ended, we went to our classroom because it was really close and we got there pretty early. Now, as most of the students are sitting in class, here comes Ricky walking in the classroom. Everybody just looking at this man like, I know you ain't get caught lacking like that, bro. That is crazy.
Now guys, I am here today on JP's channel to talk about something that I can't talk about on my own channel. I have been through things in my life that no man, woman, or child should ever have to go through. Not only have I gotten caught beating my meat at school, but I've also gotten caught beating my meat by my mother. Yes, you did indeed hear that correctly. But John, how did that even happen? And more importantly, how did you not delete yourself afterwards? Well, basically, I was 12 and I was home one day, and for some strange reason, I decided that I was getting tired of busting to Mia Khalifa's Jacob titties with my hands. What I wanted in my life was some vagina. But guess what? I was 12, overweight, a loser, a bitch, and more importantly, I had zero hoes. I didn't even have any female friends because I went to an all-boys high school and I wasn't gay at the time. So anyways, because of my predicament, I took my problem to Google, and best believe I looked up top 10 best vagina alternatives. I am not kidding. This is how down bad I truly was. Without an ounce of hesitation, I found the formula for a devious invention, and with a new level of dedication that I never spent on any school project in my life, I took a bottle, cut a hole out the top big enough to fit my cock, stuffed a Ziploc bag in it, dropped some coconut oil in the Ziploc bag, wrapped it up with duct tape, and I got to work. But there was just one problem. Actually, there were many problems, because that shit did not fucking work, okay? The area where I cut the bottle was too sharp, the duct tape kept on getting loose, and the Ziploc bag did not go deep enough to fit my dick. So eventually, the shit just got extremely fucking uncomfortable and I had to throw it away. And so as a disappointed soldier, I simply just had to go back to my hands. But throughout this entire process, I left out one crucial detail. I never said that the door was closed. Now I know, you might be thinking, John, are you fucking brain dead? How the fuck could you do that shit with the door open? Because my dumbass self swore up and down that my mom was sleeping. And I mean, she was sleeping, but I guess I lost track of time with how long it took to build my contraption. With that being said, I was in the middle of the passageway half naked with no underwear on and coconut oil in my hands, beating my dick into oblivion like nobody's business. And that's when I saw one of the worst sights that humans can possibly experience. I saw my mother's foot step into the hallway. Hey John, how come you... And best believe immediately I let out a weird noise of fear. It was whatever mental garbage my brain could muster together and frantically release to express the lifetime of trauma I had just experienced in that moment. I said as I immediately dashed behind the wall to hide in shame, waiting for her inevitable response. And suddenly, after a few seconds, she spoke. John, why did you leave your little brother around here by himself like that? What? What the what is she talking about? Is that really the important matter at hand right now? Because he was sleeping? Well, whatever. Just don't do that again. And she walked away without saying a word. Now you tell me what the actual fuck that was supposed to mean. For hours and hours, I awaited her response, but every time she saw me, she said nothing about the incident and just acted normal. I was so mindfucked and confused out of my mind that I genuinely started to convince myself that maybe she didn't see, or God sent some guardian angel to block off her path and alter her vision, and she saw me fully clothed while I was fucking naked, as if she was seeing like Aizen's Mirage Bankai or some shit like that. But no, it was a very direct passage and the light was on. We were standing directly in front of each other. No matter how much I tried to cope and delude myself, I knew with 100% certainty that she saw. I was so traumatized and confused, and worst of it all, it couldn't even end because I had no closure. However, that would come the next morning, when my dad took me to school that time instead of my mom. I didn't think anything weird of it at first, until he turned the normal everyday conversation we were having into the talk. And that's when I realized that my mother just planned to let my father handle it and pretend as if it never happened on her end. Which in all fairness is probably the best way that it could have gone down, because to this day we have never spoken about it, and to be very honest, I hope it stays that way. I got my closure and we got to forget that it ever happened. Well, unless she sees this video, then I would absolutely kill myself. But this is JP's channel, not mine, so ha ha ha. But if you do want to see my channel and the video where I got caught beating my meat at school, the link will be in the description. Subscribe to me and subscribe to JP, and thank you for watching this video.
Bye.